Enough fucking circumstance and pomp. Let's get on to this bullshit. I am really fucking pissed off. So this is gonna be a fucking mature stream. Fuck, 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 fuck. There, I got it out of my system. So yeah, I have to deal with my goddamn retarded parents. So not having fun with the family here. Dogs fighting each other constantly and idiocy abounds. I had to put off my stream over an hour because of them. But no matter what, I don't give a fuck. I am playing through on this.
Haven is headed southward through the Pacific at a speed of 33 knots. The Missouri is falling behind at a rate of about 2 nautical miles every hour.
Can't this thing go any faster?
I'm afraid not. This is as fast as she'll go. Liquid's target is JD, a U.S. military satellite disguised as orbital debris. Oh. Haven will have to surface in order to use the railgun.
If we can figure out JD's orbit,
There.
we should be able to predict where Haven's gonna surface.
JD is in a synchronous elliptical orbit, so its next perigee should be in,
Got it! 15 hours, 6 minutes, and 12 seconds.
Right. In 15 hours, it's going to be over the Bering Sea, 494 nautical miles from the Bering Strait. Haven knows it too. They'll be holding position in that area.
Did they really have to get that close to launch?
The nukes fired by Rex's railgun have a damage radius of approximately 300 meters. The target is a moving satellite that's traveling at 10 kilometers per second. To get the precision they need, they have to get as close as they possibly can.
Liquid won't launch his nuke until JD is at perigee. The Missouri can use that time to catch up.
Will we make it?
Once Haven stops moving, it'll take us an hour to close the gap. After that, the Missouri needs to strike before Haven's launch preparations are complete. This ship was stripped of most of its equipment, and and she's got no electronic warfare capabilities of any kind. No radar, no high-tech weaponry. We'll have to rely on our own eyes to track the enemy. From the looks of it, Haven is going to use a railgun mounted on the bridge to destroy JD. You'll need to open the cover to launch the nuke. That's our one and only chance to get inside.
Inside? Why can't we attack it from here?
It wouldn't do any good. As long as Liquid has control of the system, physically destroying GW would still leave supreme authority in his hands. Sons of the Patriots.
Yes, Dr. Emmerich is right. That's why we need to destroy GW from the inside, before attacking Haven itself.
Liquid's very own Death Star.
All right, everybody, here's the plan. We know Haven will have to surface in order to fire the railgun. When it does, the Missouri will see it. We'll make a quick approach and deliver a strike team. Our goal is twofold. Prevent that nuke from launching, and wipe out GW's programming. The enemy relies entirely on electronic means of threat detection, so they won't be able to see the Missouri until they surface.
Akiba!
We'll launch the strike team from catapults at the exact moment Haven's armored cover opens. They'll then penetrate GW's physical server room and infect it with a worm cluster.
But what if they shut down GW before we get in there?
Liquid is already entrenched within the Patriots network. He needs to stay there, or destroying JD won't serve him any purpose. They can't afford to have GW shut down.
And let's not forget, Liquid will throw everything he's got at stopping the strike team.
Exactly. The corridor leading to GW is defended by directed energy weapons that emit certain types of microwaves.
Did you say microwaves?
That's right. And at that frequency, the waves will start to evaporate any living person within range.
A giant microwave oven. You'd have to have a death wish to go in there. Sounds like the perfect job for me.
Snake, this isn't the time for your stupid jokes.
Outside the corridor, Liquid soldiers will be out in full force. Inside, there'll be unmanned weapons waiting for us.
Where are you getting all this information? You really think there's a way to destroy GW?
Yes, I do. She left us something that'll point us in the right direction.
Naomi helped with the preparations to stop Haven's launch.
Naomi?
All of our internal data on Haven came from her. The reason she got on the Nomad with us in the first place was to get close to me. But she ended up turning to Sunny instead.
What do you mean?
She left her plan in Sunny's hands.
This entire operation is based on the data she left us.
Whose side was she on, anyway?
We'll never know exactly what her true intentions were. But one thing's for sure. She was determined to stop Liquid.
Promise me you'll carry on our will.
Come on, guys. Somebody say something positive. Anything.
Attention! Listen up. A wise man once wrote, "The tongues of dying men enforce attention like deep harmony. Where words are spent, they are seldom spent in vain."
Really bummed out that Mei Ling doesn't have an Asian accent in this game.
Any other questions? Yes, Snake?
Anybody got a smoke?
I would have gone with the aliens. How do I get out of this chicken shit operation? Or outfit, I should say.
So this program, you're saying Sunny wrote it?
Actually, only about a third of it is her work. Naomi was working on a program to destroy GW, but she couldn't quite finish it, so she handed it over to Sunny. Sunny went fishing in my library to see if there was any source code she could use to complete it. Eventually, she found some. It was Emma's worm cluster. She took my sister's code and worked it into Naomi's program. I didn't have time to look over every single line of code, but what I did see reminded me of Emma. It was like she left traces of herself behind in the structure. But this worm cluster that Sunny created, it's even better than Emma's.
We're getting a crush on her now, Hal. You perv.
Sunny's worm destroys the AI's intellect by triggering apoptosis in the cells. Once uploaded into GW, it should do some real damage. Snake, you ever think about quitting?
Why? It's not like I've got my health to worry about.
Are you trying to kill yourself? So, you're dead set on going to Haven yourself. Why don't we get somebody else to go? There's no need for you to do it.
I still have things left to do. Besides smoke. Otacon, why don't you jump off the ship with me?
I don't think so. I've still got things to do myself. And I don't even smoke.
You're gonna love how they decide to get you onto the ship in this game. So it's the decommissioned warship, but they have like these giant slingshots where they try to launch you onto it. It doesn't make sense. Like a lot of this game.
Captain, enemy vessel at 300 meters and still rising.
And the engines.
No problems to report.
Prepare to go full speed ahead.
And get the strike team ready for immediate launch.
Aye, aye, Captain.
How long until it surfaces?
About 20 minutes.
Right on schedule. When she surfaces and opens up her armor, we'll move in as planned.
Aye, Captain.
Well, the thing was, they just said that they're falling 2 nautical miles behind every single hour, and they were a couple hours out. They should be
Yes.
miles away, not even close to launching anyone.
This is my first real engagement.
I see. Your point?
I love that. Mailing
At
just being
first,
brutal. Yeah,
getting
what's your
assigned to
point?
This ship was a big letdown for me. But the inaction was kind of a relief, too. Captain. I'm scared.
Better get it together, boy.
It's okay. I'm scared too. This is also my first time.
For me.
But I'm not going to let it get to me. Because I'm more scared of what'll happen if I run away. Nobody is going to die on my watch. This ship is going back to Hawaii in one piece. That, I promise.
Why'd they put an asterisk in Hawaii?
Thank you.
Or a comma, I should say. Apostrophe. As I search for the correct word.
He'll live, but he's in no shape to fight. Best to let him rest.
Right.
Without the system to protect them, everybody's losing their nerve. They say SOP's after effects are so bad that a lot of soldiers are deserting.
Like how nanomachines have suddenly made everyone cowards.
Maryland. Him.
Kind of an unknown quantity, isn't he?
I hooked him up with a non-ID M82. Fancy meeting you here.
What are you doing here?
I laundered these guys' IDs, then issued them new naked weapons, including that catapult you're gonna be riding. Business has been slow ever since Liquid got his hands on the system. His extra orders stopped coming in. Now that all the weapons all over the world are locked, the only ones still looking to fight would be you and yours. They tell me it's not economical to replace all that useless equipment on the battlefield with my stuff. So I made an extra special trip out here, just for you.
Driven, do you even have the slightest idea what's going on here?
Kinda.
Of course I do.
Superhero landing.
See, when it comes down to it, the world's like this soda here. Once the bubbles are gone, I ain't got no use for it. It's worth nothing. I'm on the side of whoever needs me the most. You dig? If you need anything, just say the word. I'm setting up shop here for a spell. Enjoy it. Could be your last.
It is. I'm all out.
Come on, get Ebola from the monkey.
Looks like that last smoke will have to wait after all. Later.
Hey, here.
Oh, thanks.
And PETA gets up in arms. Actually, no, it takes them about 20 to 30 years to realize something's in a video game they may object to.
There.
I still don't know what Meryl sees in Johnny, but maybe the ending will be a little more clear.
Can you hear me? Liquid's warship, Outer Haven, is a modified version of an Arsenal gear model stolen from the Patriots. Inside, it's crawling with Irving and other unmanned weapons. According to Naomi's data, Haven is crewed by a battalion of enhanced soldiers, each culled from the best the PMCs have to offer. If Liquid succeeds in destroying JD and gaining control of the Patriots system, he'll make Haven his flagship, and his PMCs will spread like wildfire across the globe. And then, mankind's armed subjugation will begin.
Captain, Haven sighted.
Prepare to fire, main gun!
Sorry, I gotta play with the audio a little bit up and down.
Listen closely.
I think this should be about a good point right around here.
Stop Liquid from enslaving the planet.
Huh. I just noticed that they rendered the water in a grid, which is kind of interesting.
Meryl, can you hear me? It's time. Time to do your duty. Remember, no matter what happens,
I'm still your
I'll
father.
be with you till the very end. You are my pride and joy.
I'm pretty sure they had a catapult like this on Jackass at one point. Pretty sure.
Railgun is exposed.
There it is. A naked nuke.
Let's finish it, Snake. Let this be our last battle.
Yeah, they already proved that they have like 16mm shells or however big it is on these ships. They can just shoot the railgun.
Then the onus is ours.
But the cannons, I mean, it'd take it out instantly.
Right.
You wouldn't have to do the whole catapulting thing, but hey, then I wouldn't have a level to play through and beat the game.
Enemy moving to intercept.
Maintain full speed!
Excuse me.
Failure will spell doom for the human race. You've got to stop them from using that railgun. Then annihilate GW.
Fire!
Let's say the auto guns would take care of that stuff, but like you wouldn't be using the big shells. pretty fortunate that they're pretty heavily armed for a decommissioned warship.
Target hit! Light damage!
The enemy is returning fire.
All hands prepare for impact! Brace yourself!
I'm gonna sink this thing like the Titanic! And everyone gets compressed broken discs. So this part I remember being a major pain in the butt because there's like one way to get through all this, and I actually had to look up a YouTube video, and YouTube was pretty new at the time. I mean, it only probably been around for about a year or so at that point. So I actually had to pull up a YouTube video on, like, I had to use, like, at the time I was living in a farm in Michigan, and we did not have high speed, so the only internet I had was through cell phone, and I had like a receiver for the computer, so I was like maybe sub DSL speeds, like 90 to 100 kilobits or kilobytes per second type deal. So I had to pull up a YouTube walkthrough to show me what path to go after I tried like an hour of trying to different things to get through where I needed and just getting completely lost. So we'll see how this works. I might need to pull it up and look for it again. Oh god, no!
Hurts a hell of a lot more without SOP.
Makes you feel alive, doesn't it? What about Occupy?
He fell into the ocean. Snake, I'll catch up soon. You go ahead.
What a con.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Everything's half off. Sweet. I like the sound of that. Alright, it said fouls or junk. 100,000. Ooh, just enough, but it's pretty much overkill. I mean, you don't really need to snipe anything at this point, but let's see, what else can I get? Let's check out explosives. Wow, he still doesn't have chaff grenades in here. That's really weird. Let's see, motion mag. Oh, okay. Let's load up on some bullets. Let's see. How much do I got? I got... P90, I'm full on P90, so that's good. Let's see, M60, let's definitely bump that bad boy up. Saiga. No, not Buck. Slug. Slug is the way to go. Javelin. These I already have 3 of. Let's see. RPGs. Ooh, I like this. White phosphorus. Grenade. Okay, so that should be good. I got equipped railgun, M4 with the suppressor. Okay, railgun can come off. Let's put on the P90. Everything else looks pretty decent. Let's customize this real quick. Let's put a silencer on here.
Job, Snake. You made it on board. Welcome to Haven. Enemy units are already on their way. Break through their defenses and find GW's server room.
Yeah.
Okay, they didn't see me. Okay, that's going to just about nowhere. And I know I'm here, of course. Oh, really? Threw me off there. Got hit off. Yep, cigarettes ain't doing anything. Okay. Nope, I guess there's nothing I can do here except for keep plowing forward.
Snake, use that watertight door to get in.
What watertight door? Well, I guess this is where the railgun comes in. Really? That doesn't matter at this point, I pretty much gotta reload anyway. I mean, this is what I hate about this level. It's like as soon as you get caught, there's like no way to get out of it, just about. Yeah, so I'm just waiting to kill me pretty much at this point. Well, of course it's not hurt if you get caught.
Snake, you can't die. No. Snake.
So that's the entire thing. Is like I remember it's like you gotta have to basically navigate through this entire thing blind, especially the first time because I haven't played this in 10 years. And like the first time I did play it, I just kept getting caught over and over and over. I actually had to look up a YouTube video, which was like YouTube was still pretty new at the time, in order to see what path to take in order to not get caught. It was total insanity. It's like ways I would have never thought to have gone. It's like, are you kidding me? Alright. Let's see, P90. Sweet.
Good job, Snake.
Yeah, I have no idea what my rank will be. It's probably not going to be good.
Enemy units are already on their way. Break through their defenses and find GW's server room.
Probably still around.
Yeah, I already missed like a flashback thing, so I know I won't be getting that at least, so no platinum trophies for me.
Where's he hiding?
And screwed already. Perfect. Yeah, it gives me a moment to at least see what's up here. Alright, so this is a path to nowhere, so basically it seemed like the first path I went was the best one. Which is over to the left. And then I went up a ladder. Actually, no, it went like center, I think. I went through a ladder. Alright, man. Thanks. Definitely will need it. what's up, No Vultures? Yeah, he's old and so buff. And this is the level I hate the most. Like I said, I'm probably going to look up a YouTube walkthrough just to see what I need to do. Because this is like, if you get caught once, there's like almost no way to beat it. Because you have to go through this door, and everyone just keeps constantly spawning, so it's literally just take the death and redo it. So, versus subjecting you guys watching me do this bullshit for an hour, I will do that. GS 5, Mission 5, Mission MGS 4, Mission 5, walkthrough. Yeah, this one is absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, if you get seen once, it is literally game over because they keep spawning, always on you, endless geckos, endless frogs. You have to stand there and tap a stupid button in order to get through a door. So, of course, if you get hit, it resets. So it's like there's no way to get through it. So let's pull up the old walkthrough and see what I'm looking at here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, this is probably the video I saw years ago.
Good job, Snake. You made it on board. Welcome to Haven. Enemy units are already on their way. Break through their defenses and find GW's server room.
Okay, so it goes left side. Interesting, because I was going like center. So I remember I had to climb a ladder. Weird, so he has to backtrack. Okay, because I remember like having to jump onto some kind of vent. I guess that's it right there. Okay. Yeah, because I remember having to do that at least when I watched through the walkthrough with this person. Like I said, I'll guarantee it's probably the same video I saw 10 years ago. That person died from being tranked? Really? Well, the good news is that I bought a new DualShock 4 controller thanks to Black Friday sales, so I will be having a functional controller when I tackle Metal Gear Solid 5. Okay, so how does he deal with the gecko? So he rolls out onto the vent. And there was a guy who just left right before he showed up, No Vultures, who was telling me that he actually platinumed this game. It's like, dude, that is impressive. It's like, I will not be platinuming this game for sure, but... So the door is like in the center where you need to go to get into. But there's a gecko out there, so... I really want to see how he does this. Stays low. Yeah, because that was the guy who turned around and saw me. I'm like, well, that's great. Yeah, there's two geckos. Perfect. So I guess he has to wait him out? Pretty sure that was unintentional. Climb on top of the box. Wow, okay. So I guess Bombardments took it out. I notice you have to keep tapping the button. That's the annoying part. Okay, so that's supposedly how it's going to be done, so let's see if I can recreate that. No promises. Really? I forgot that they actually ported Solid to Game Boy Color. I couldn't remember if it's... I don't remember if it's a official port or if it's like one that they tried to do and like canceled it, like the Resident Evil for Game Boy Color. Oh, it's the original game. Okay, that's cool. Actually, one of the things I want to do when I probably get done with, well, depending on how fast my controller gets here, before I start to play number 5, go back and just play Twin Snakes just for a laugh, because those cutscenes are just absolutely insane. Alright, so let's see if I can come anywhere close to doing this. Railgun. Swap out for the P90 again. Let's see, customize.
Good job, Snake. You made it on board. Welcome to Haven. Enemy units are already on their way. Break through their defenses and find GW's server room.
Yeah, it's like, I remember like the PlayStation 1 version, you know, of course I played it at the whole start of this play all the games thing, but it was pretty crazy. I mean, it's like I had gotten used to, like in my mind, I remember playing it like just non-stop when it came out, because I did. I mean, it's why I bought my PlayStation 1, but it's like, it opened my eyes to how much that game needed improvements. I mean, it's like, for me, like, the biggest shock was, like, the aiming system. I mean, that thing was just, like, aiming is terrible in Metal Gear Solid 1 for the PlayStation. It was quite the eye-opener. I don't know if the person comes with time. Right, it's like you can shoot, but... Oh no. I'm back up there. Yeah, I mean, shooting definitely breaks... The first-person view just breaks the entire game for Twin Snakes. But, like I said, I just plan on playing it. It's going to be emulated, because I don't own a physical copy of it. But... Wrong button. Yep, oh, the good old dolphin. Controls are really failing me. Alright, keep walking. I think 2 more people drop down here? Yep.
Use that watertight door
well, so far that walkthrough has helped quite a lot, so... Like I said, it's probably most likely the exact same one I watched about 10 years ago. But yeah, I mean, it's like, playing Twin Snakes, I wasn't really planning on playing it, but just how comical the cutscenes are, and how over the top everything is, it's like, I gotta do it just for entertainment at least. Alright. Woo! Thank you, person on YouTube. Oh, cool. I didn't pick that up the first time. Like, the first time I went through and played this, well, about 20 minutes ago and failed, actually picked up that gun in a different location, so it gives it to you multiple places, I guess. I don't ever use it, but it's just like, I just found it on an upper corridor.
Defended by directed energy weapons that emit certain types of microwaves. Did you say microwaves?
Echo.
The waves start to evaporate.
Sounds like the perfect job for me.
Fun fact, one of my teachers at school, when I was going to college, was in the Army. He was doing IT. And he accidentally walked in front of a microwave emitter in Iraq. And he's like, you feel that real instant, like you get hot instantly. Jumped out of the way and like, holy crap. You know, it's like, because they'll use it for transmissions basically from one area to the next, microwave transmissions. But he walked in front of it by accident. He's like, oh, jumped out. Wasn't burned or anything. He went and got checked out just in case. But it was like, he said it was about 2 or 3 seconds. He's like, you just feel hot, like all of a sudden, like really bad sunburn, and like you have to move, like your body just screams, get out of the way. Yeah, exactly. He's like, okay, great. Am I gonna get cancer now or something? He's like, way to go. All right, we're here. Save. Yeah, he tells the story and laughs about it, but I know in the back of his head he's still thinking, oh man, did I lose my life on that? Am I now sterile somehow? Alright, here comes the fight. This is a boss fight. Oh yes, it's a lot of boredom. It's why they love to bring video game consoles with them if they can. The boredom is like the biggest problem on a nuclear submarine. Is you can be down there up to 6 months at a time. A tiny little ship, and not a lot of ways to burn off stress. I brought the shotgun. Now you decide to reload? Thanks, Nick. I see you on my radar, I just can't see where they are. They're around, but I guess they're hiding behind all the dust and stuff? Stupid controller. Seriously, where the hell are they? Ah, there we go. Thank you. I'm just like, what? This controller. Well, now you get to fight Psycho Mantis's apprentice, I guess you'll call it. Which is not too hard of a fight, I remember.
Meryl.
Snake.
It's like deja vu all over again. Is there a sniper? Now she starts singing the song from Pinocchio about not having strings.
Snake. Run.
I know your wavelength. It brings back memories.
It can't be.
Yeah. Well, Otacon made that joke already when I went back to Shadow Moses. He's like, hey, you need to switch discs. He's like, what? He's like, oh, no need, this is a dual layer Blu-ray. He's like, what is wrong with you? Get a grip.
Johnny!
Hey. That should have killed the person outright. Johnny, I don't know what I see in you. Wait, well, he absorbed bullets well. We'll give him that.
It has been a long time, Snake.
Alright, so I need to go for the left one.
You, Psycho Mantis.
No, that was another me. Can you hear the screams? They cry for battle. Let me hear you scream! Howl! Roar! From the very depths of your soul!
Pretty much.
What's this? I see.
Are you sure about that? Please quit bringing dead people back to life. Gotta knock out Meryl. Where are you? Quick, plug in the controller too. There. It's screwing with my aim. Yeah, I literally can't aim like this. I'm wondering if I really have to switch to controller too. Alright, before I waste all my stupid ammo, let's look this bullshit up. Ah, okay. So you have to do this nonsense again, because the game doesn't give you any hints whatsoever to do this at any point in time. You need to inject yourself with a syringe. Like I said, it gives you zero prompt to ever do that at all. It's like, can't move. Alright, so the left is getting more damage, that's good. Now, I've only used the left because I know that you get a special cutscene if you use the Mantis doll, if you free that one instead of the Fear. Or, no, the Sorrow, that's what that guy's name was. That's a problem. I can't use this. I don't have a DualShock. that can be a problem. Yeah. I may be screwed on this playthrough. Let's see what this is. Ah, good. Without a dual shock. Very important. Thank you for sending that to me. This is after, though. I mean, this is after you beat Psycho Mantis, however. It's not before. That's the problem. That's the cutscene that triggers once you beat him. Yeah. So let's Google this real quick. MGS4, can you beat Mantis without a dual shock? Beat the game without 6-axis. Yep. So let's see something, however.
The women of the B&B Corps. One laughed, one raged, and one cried. And now the final beast who won't stop screaming. That wailing may be the product of some unendurable fear that's gnawing away inside of her. I can't even imagine what kind of trauma would cause a person to scream like that.
Let's see. 148.5. No response. Perfect. That's game facts, so it's most likely wrong, so. Well, that's the problem. Like, even like the third-party controller that I have, that's like all janky and broken, like it's got humongous dead zones, doesn't have 6-axis in it. Alright, so I'm just like doing more Google searching real quick. Well, let's see. Yeah, so I might be screwed completely on trying to beat this game. So let's see if possibly shootout. You can't remap the axis at all. The 6-axis. This basically reads it as a wireless Bluetooth controller. Even if you plug it in, it's still not going to do anything. So let's try to see if I can just shoot out the other puppet that might trigger it. Let's have Dex that knocked out the puppet the first one, so let's try to see if I can get the second one out. I can put on buckshot, but let me... I gotta buy more ammo. Alright, weapons... Saiga... Buckshot... With the slugs, okay. Wasn't paying attention. That's my fault. Yeah, so it looks like I am screwed. Let me pick it up just so I can't pick it up again. Shitting me? Yep, so it looks like there is like zero way. Okay, so if you just hold it, it took off a chunk of life. Interesting. I guess maybe they figured people wouldn't figure it out? Okay, so let go, and we'll do it again. I guess they put in a failsafe. Interesting. Go figure. Yeah, because I'm thinking, oh crap, I gotta somehow buy a DualShock 3 when I spent all my money buying a 4. Which I need the 4 anyway, because I mean, I do play some PlayStation 4 games, so... Oh no, does this mean I get to have another one of Dreven's crazy stories? And that looks like that hurts with that position. I actually used to be able to do that. I used to be that flexible. Used to be, as in many years ago. Once again, Snake just allows this all to happen. Yep. I've seen this like 4 times. I should just pull the trigger. It's like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, and keeps doing it.
I hear them in my head. The screams! Make them stop! I don't want to hear them anymore! I'm scared. I'm so scared. My head hurts. It hurts. I'm sorry. Have mercy.
But you too can create your own Drebin bedtime story. Just go down to number 2, fill in the parts like Mad Libs. Get your own Drebin bedtime story.
Get out of my body. Forgive me. Set me free!
Step number 1, run away from Crazy Chick. That's why you buy the Saiga shotgun. It's great. I did it at first with the tranquilizer gun, that takes friggin' forever. Nope, that's what I was using the non-lethal, but still, it fires so fast and it's such a huge hit, it just drains them so fast. But yeah, I mean, the buckshot comes in handy during the Psycho Mantis fight, so you can cover the area and hit the right doll easier. Versus trying to do machine gun, which is all over the place. It's like, I think I first used a sniper rifle somehow. So that would have been real tricky to hit the individual puppets. Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid 1, 1998.
You don't seem to believe your own eyes. Very well. I will show you the power of the world's greatest mind reader and psychokinesis. I'll start by reading your personality. Rather, your past. That's right. This is no trick. It's true power. Where is your data? Where is it saved? There's no memory card. Damn, your skills have improved. Or rather, your hardware. How about this, then? Witness my psychokinesis. Put your controller on the floor. Put it down.
Except for I have vibration disabled, so...
That's good. Now, I will move your controller by the power of my will alone.
That's an Easter egg. So I don't know if you get one with the sorrow or not, but I don't think you do.
Nobody vibration either.
No more.
Oh, that's right. The original. That's right. The original 6-axis controls didn't have vibration in them. I forgot about that. They added it in later. They originally claimed that, oh, it's too hard to do. Sony at first was like, no, you can't put vibration in the DualShock, it's one or the other, it's too complicated, and everyone called them on their BS. They just didn't want to admit that they made a huge mistake, thinking people liked it. There's the sorrow. So then they had to put it in.
So, you bested the last.
Oh great, here comes the story.
That doll you just picked up lets you manipulate anybody who's got nanomachines in them. Sounds like something the devil's cooked up, if you ask me. Mantis came from South America. She was born and raised in a country racked by never-ending civil wars. Her village was attacked by enemy forces and burned to the ground. This was when she was still a little girl. Hunted by enemy death squads, she was separated from her family. She barely managed to escape with her life. Ended up in the basement of this one building. It was full of corpses that had been dumped there. Almost all of them had been tortured to death. She was petrified with fear. And then, she heard the sound of heavy boots on the floor above her, followed by shrieking screams. The kind that would make every hair on your body stand straight up. She had stumbled across a makeshift torture chamber. Somebody'd locked the door, and she was trapped. It was dark, it was dank, and it was full of a wretched stench. She couldn't sleep with the screams of torture victims all around her. All she could do was sit curled up in one corner of the room, trembling. A week passed, then 10 days. She managed to keep hydrated by drinking the filthy water pooled up on the floor, but there was no food. Being trapped in that kind of place, half crazy from hunger, did a serious number on her mind. Did you know female mantises eat their mates? The screams went on day and night. She covered her ears, but it didn't help. And then, she was saved.
Trevin, look, she's dead. I really, really don't care. Just shut up.
How to block out the screams, how to plug up her inner ears.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm saying, Snake, that when she couldn't stand the hunger any longer, she started feeding on the corpses.
But how does that make her psychic?
But only the male ones. She didn't realize who was doing it. In her mind, it was a female mantis devouring her mates. It was like one big twisted waking dream. There was no mantis, of course. It was all a hallucination. Nothing more than some story spun by another person she'd created inside. Her unstable mind was what made her so vulnerable. Later, they ripped out what was left of her psyche with drugs and hypnosis and implanted the persona of Psycho Mantis. It wasn't her will that controlled the B&Bs. It was Psycho Mantis, half assimilated into her soul, pulling the strings. Screaming Mantis was just another puppet. Anyway, she survived several weeks down in that hellhole and finally got back to the surface. But the screams in her head didn't subside. They would always be with her. Only this time, they weren't real. The inner earplugs didn't work anymore. The Black Mantis had disappeared. There was no place left to escape. Which is why she was always screaming. To drown out the ones in her own head.
You know Liquid's about to, like, launch a nuclear missile, right?
Now. You freed Mantis from that dark nightmare.
I mean, like, everyone's gonna die.
Last of the beasts.
You're wasting my time.
You got it, pal. Well, I'm done playing storyteller for a while.
Thank God.
Now get going. GW's waiting. And this time, you get to make up the ending.
Yeah, definitely should. Should I, like, check on Meryl, or... No, she's alive, I'm sure. She got shot to shit, but she's okay.
Where's Johnny?
Ah, Johnny be good. He be fine.
They're here.
It won't break your wrist. You can fire them one-handed. I used to own one, but it's a hell of a kick.
Go on without me. This time.
It's like you shoot once and your gun's pointed up in the air. You gotta bring that thing back down. Plus, it's also like 10 pounds loaded. It's very, very heavy.
Snake, the corridor ahead is full of microwaves.
Yeah. No way I'm getting through there uncooked. I'm sorry you got dragged into this.
No, you're not, you psychopath.
This time.
Oh yeah, it is. It's quite the experience.
We'll meet again.
You want to really have some fun with it. Do an illegal modification, make it full auto. That's like, make sure no one's in the air above you, because first shot hits target, everything else is just spraying into the air because it's just kicked up so high. Did that one time only. Then I sold it off. Okay, so you got 21 shots. Good luck. I'm sure she's okay again. Let's see. Let's switch around some stuff. Mantis doll. I'm going to replace you with the P90 again, because that's what everyone is carrying. I probably went right past it. I did. There it is. Saiga, you can stay. Purchase more ammo just to be sure. Well, that's because Kojima retconned it. He's like, well, you had it, you know, that was what Big Boss used in number 3. So then all of a sudden you become a CQC big time user as well. The knife, the same thing as Big Boss used in number 3, which you haven't done in 1 or 2 ever. So yeah, it's just, it gives you the 45 APC because that's what Big Boss used. So like I said, it's Kojima screwing things up with retcon, because he never used it before any other game except for number 3, and that wasn't even you. That was the person you're cloned from. So I mean, I used to think that Metal Gear Solid 4 screwed up things with retconning, but then, like, I played 5, that just, like, 5 was like, hold my beer, watch this. We're gonna screw everything up.
Enough is enough, Snake.
Alright, so this is a long, jamming, like, multiple button mashing part, and that hurts my back to do that, so, which is why I don't speedrun Bayonetta 2 anymore, so this is gonna be a problem.
Tons of dying
It hurts.
enforce attention, like deep pond where words are spent. They are seldom.
Let's get some new camo.
Why don't we get somebody else? It's our duty.
Oh, that looks stupid. Alright, so let's have some fun here at least. Manual. Let's do preset. And yeah, no. Let's do Metal Gear Solid 1. There we go. Perfect. Let's go beat the game.
I've got nothing to lose. You were the lightning in my brain. I can still shine through the darkness.
Go! Hurry! We'll meet again on the other side.
Time to do your duty. Failure will spell doom for the human race.
Go!
Now, every single cutscene so far goes in engine and off your current model, so I'm wondering if that's going to stay that way. Ah, she's got a 11-inch or 10-inch barrel on her second Desert Eagle. Because 8's the standard.
Come on, Snake. I can't hold out much
That's like
longer.
a 12. Well, just throw your gun at him, it's heavy.
Damn it! I can't protect anyone.
You got a bullet on your ear. It's not the right round, but...
I can't.
Yeah, it's like, she is impressive. Okay, if she actually shot up with a 50, that would have hit the other person at least behind as well. I used to also own one of these, M82A1, and you had to double up on your hearing protection.
Johnny, you're
That's a
all
variant,
right.
of course, but...
Here.
You put in earplugs and you put shoot 'em ups on top of it, and it's still loud as hell because it's a literal explosion 4 feet in front of your face.
I'll never leave you alone again.
And if you thought the Desert Eagle kicked, oh boy.
Cover!
It was fun, but it just got way too expensive to shoot. It's like, it was about $10, $11 a round.
Ready!
And now it's even higher, it's around $14 a shot now, so... It's definitely one, if you get the chance to shoot it, definitely do it.
Right, Johnny? Tell me something. How come Mantis couldn't control you?
I figure she probably used people's nanomachines to manipulate their behavior. No nanomachines, no control.
Yeah, pretty much.
Don't
it's
you?
like 2 lunches for me.
No, I don't have any nanomachines in me.
What?
Yeah, so then how are you able to use guns?
Every time we had mandatory shots, I ducked out.
Don't tell me you knew this was gonna happen.
Nah, I just hate needles.
So that's why you were always out of sync with the team.
And why did you keep him on your team when he was a liability?
I tried to keep track of everybody's data on my wearable, but I could never keep up.
And why you weren't affected in Europe on the Volta.
Yep.
Asshole. Johnny, I'm running low.
Don't worry. I got these from Drebin. Meryl.
Yeah, mix them up with her used
I never
clips,
knew.
or used magazines,
All those
perfect.
horrible things I said.
Forget it.
All those stomach aches? Was that because the nanomachines weren't there to suppress them?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
But if you're afraid of shots, why'd you join my team?
I wanted to be near you. To protect you.
Johnny?
Meryl.
You know, you should have split up, gone back to the other side to slit her the magazine so that way they have to
always
divert
loved
your
you.
shooting.
Ever since Shadow Moses, when I first laid eyes on you.
Oh god, it was the same Johnny. I couldn't remember if it was or not. Yep, he's a genome
Meryl,
soldier.
marry me.
You've got a hell of a sense of timing.
What do you say?
I'm not
I have
crazy.
to say,
Sure.
no.
Yes, good job, Meryl.
You'd rather stay single? Okay, but we don't have to make it official.
No.
Well, how about we just move in together then?
Nope.
Why? Is there something wrong with me?
You're a loser.
No. I'd just rather do things my way. Johnny. Marry me.
Huh?
No.
I'll say it again. Marry me.
So, they're getting married because he doesn't have nanomachines. He saved her life twice now? That's it? Maybe that's why my relationships haven't been working out. I've been doing it the entirely wrong way. I gotta do the Metal Gear Solid way.
Hey,
Let's hope they still don't keep shooting
don't
us.
even think about cheating on me.
I wouldn't dare.
Well, you tried to grab Mei Ling's butt like earlier.
And I want a real wedding. With flowers and a cake.
Yeah, I think the segment was like guest directed by John Woo. All you need to see is some doves flying in the background. And suddenly they have infinite ammo. I like it.
I want to be a bride. Take me home, Johnny.
Snake like calls on the codec like, Johnny, no, trust me. It's not gonna work. He's a flake. Someone saves her from tripping, she's gonna fall for him. Get up, Snake. Hey, a new gun. Keep running. I just want all the extra points. And it's auto running. Yep, and they make their appearance again in Metal Gear Revengeance. Aw, boo. They switched me back to my old face. That's no fun.
Snake? Snake!
Okay, so no matter what you do, you can't regain here. Normally, if you start losing, like, your stamina, if you start jamming on the X button, it'll come back. But not right now. Well, thank goodness they decided not to shoot me from across the room, which would have solved things a lot faster. I mean, very convenient and considerate.
They're not working.
Come on! Get up!
Stop hitting
On
me.
your feet, Snake!
On your feet, soldier. I remember that one from a movie. No, it's the one-armed... Wait a minute, he lost a leg as well. So now he's down 2 arms, but has 2 legs. What? No, seriously, like, at the end of Act 4, he gets an arm and a leg cut off. So now he intentionally removed his other arm? And got his leg reattached. Sure. Wow, I suddenly don't seem like a wiener anymore. Oh yeah, the story is just nonsensical. It makes sense, but it's like it's just retcon to hell and back. I mean, the biggest problem I had with this game was that you threw away your only weapon. Good job. Well, they like all your support team from Metal Gear Solid 3 suddenly decide to become evil and take over the world because reasons. It's like that's the problem I have with this game. They're like, oh yeah, all these people there, they went nuts and they created the Patriots and that's it. They just decided to take over the world, including paramedic.
Take it. Your body may be a machine, but your heart is human. You've got a life to go back to.
She means nothing to me now.
Raiden, look at me.
No, it was literally, it was them. They were the Patriots. You know, Zero then suddenly starts to become Cypher in the next game, Metal Gear Solid 5, because Kojima retconned and screwed things up again.
You can start over. From here on.
Yeah, it gets crazy. So I didn't remember a lot of it until I started playing these games again, all in order.
Tore the world apart. Made your life a living hell. It's my duty to put an end to all of this.
Here, catch. Oh, never mind. Let me give you a hand with. Oh.
Now make sure they don't get through.
Stay with me, Snake.
You're really handy there.
Hold on
Oh,
until we
jeez.
insert the virus.
Like, Snake, don't you still have your gun you could, like, shoot him with? Save me? You know, just help out a little bit. Says he's gonna go all Zabuza on him. Which was technically before... No, actually, this was after.
Otacon, lock it from the inside.
Done.
Yeah, Naruto was... manga started in 99, so yeah, technically this... pretty much stole that idea of using the sword in your mouth and cut down a whole bunch of people. Kojima ripped off Naruto.
Thank you.
Think about that for a second.
Snake.
Should've just slid down there. Would have made it a lot easier. But you do things your way, buddy. So, like, did everyone suddenly run out of bullets at once? There we go.
Snake, that place is saturated with
Also
microbes.
cannot save here
The longer
either.
you stay in there, the greater damage you'll take. Get through there as quickly as possible.
Can't put any healing items on, nothing. Mealing, no! Still bummed that she doesn't have her accent in this game either.
Are you alright?
Don't give up on me, Snake!
Otacon, you smell pork? Oh, it's me. Never mind. It's more like jerky. I'm hungry. Willie's gonna die anyway, and then you find out that basically it's like you had 6 months left to live, but then you find out that like, oh, by the way, the fox dye that's still in your system for some reason is about to become weaponized and kill everybody who comes within like a quarter-mile radius of you, and that's gonna happen in like 3 months. So I figure he decides, you know what, I'm gonna microwave myself for fun. See if I can kill those nanomachines. He's got a death wish. He's like, yeah, I'm the only one who can do all this, so I'll just keep going. I'm not gonna sacrifice anybody else. I will become the jerky that nobody else will. It's like the Hot Pocket. It's starting to get done. This is where a turbo controller would come in real handy. Well, it goes with my theory that Kojima wanted to do movies and somehow ended up in game development. He never got into it still. I mean, he could do it if he wanted to. He has that ability. Nothing says he has to do video games, you know? And Sonny's still trying to cook eggs. We really needed to see that part. Otacon, you're not helping.
Get up, Snake!
Yay, it's finally over. By the way, he wouldn't have eyeballs. I just should point that out because they would have exploded. Your eyes contain a lot of fluid, and microwaves work by basically exciting molecules, water molecules in particular. So yeah, he would not have eyeballs to see right now, him try to stumble forward. I guess that'd be a little bit too gruesome. My hot lunch.
So this is GW.
Right, it's pretty much the analogy of human suffering, human condition.
It's like a graveyard in here.
Otacon, can you do it?
Leave it to me.
So, the Mark II wasn't, like, impacted at all by the microwaves. Why didn't Otacon just go through and do it? I mean, he had the plug-in to do this anyway, so it seemed kind of unnecessary to cook his friend like a Hot Pocket. Hot on the outside and probably still frozen on the inside. They're still doing their standoff? Oh, there we go. That makes more sense. Yeah, it's double all over again. Hey, Pico, what's up? Just in time for the final battle I think is coming up. No, we know that Raiden, the wiener, lives. He's gotta be in Metal Gear Rising. Which doesn't make sense because he goes back to being human and then goes full cyborg again for that game, so reasons, I guess. Why don't you just grab one of their guns and start using it? Because, I mean, apparently they're unlocked. Oh, wait, right, they still have the ID locks, but just for them. Cuts back to Otacon. He's playing a game of solitaire. Browsing the web. He's in the bathroom. Like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing something.
It's over.
They did it! Johnny!
Oh, my bullet wounds! But still, why do they program like robots to have like animal sounds, like roaring and stuff? It's always perplexed me about these things. Sure, it's a bipedal nuclear launching weapon, but we should make it have like a Godzilla roar. Give it a like opposing thing too, so it can look like it's yelling into the air.
Wait a minute. The worm is still spreading. And it's not
stopping at GW. Is it removing the other clones? No. Wait.
Useless typing.
I don't believe this. Naomi.
Otacon, what is it?
JD is
being erased.
Snake. Hal. It's you, isn't it? I hope you're listening. The virus you uploaded is using GW as a conduit to annihilate the entire AI network. It's set to destroy all 4 AIs, along with JD, the core that tied them all together. I've set this video to play back once they're all gone.
So she's just a medical doctor, so apparently she's an expert programmer as well?
Patriots was only the beginning.
Naomi was very skilled.
The Patriots were planning to use nanomachines to implement the system.
Nanomachines, do a shot.
Population. I had an obligation to stop it. With a little help from Sunny. She helped me. She believed her talents could help you all put GW to rest.
I say her cooking was so bad she finally killed herself, or gave her stomach cramps, food poisoning?
Was
Not kill herself, but food poisoning.
Fox died. But this
completely wrong words.
Is Fox alive?
Not even close. Oh, Fox die, Fox alive. Very good.
The
clap,
conceptual
clap.
opposite of the nanomachines that
Naomi.
I created all those years ago. We wish to free the captured foxes. To let them run free in the wild. By the time you hear this, I'm afraid I'll be gone. It's a strange feeling, leaving a message to be delivered after you've died.
And hell, you are probably the worst person I ever slept with.
If you're listening.
You were terrible.
I'm sorry. Sorry I deceived you. It hurt me more than anything else, lying to you like that.
Constantly crying during is also really weird too.
I wanted to apologize to you before, but I never got the chance.
Also calling out Emma's name, not cool.
And yet, in the end, you helped me feel the joy of living.
Oh, 30 seconds.
Thank you, Hal. Thank you. Hal.
Ah, there you go, 31. He broke his personal best. I'm gonna go sadwag to this.
Snake.
Hal has had a pretty messed up life. Most of it was by his own choosing.
Our country.
In fact, all of it's pretty much by his own choosing.
Once more. A new dawn is rising. Now, she can build a new destiny for herself. Snake.
It's like basically the best thing for Hal is literally for Snake to die, because then he can just go off and be on his own and make some better choices.
You've earned your rest. The rose petal is about to fall.
So why is Sunny sad? I mean, she has like no idea what's going on right now.
Snake? Snake! Snake!
Alright, so I think we're now to the final battle against Liquid Ocelot. And then it's like literally a 45-minute ending. Get your timers ready. I will actually be timing it. I'm going to bring up my stopwatch, and so that way when it triggers, I'm just going to hit go and let it rock to see exactly how long it is. Stopwatch.
Snake, wait here. I'll get a medic.
Do not revive, just let me die.
Rise and shine, Snake. Look, the war is over.
I even took off my shirt for some reason.
Why? You could have stopped us. I stopped you. Why would I want to do that? This is just as I'd hoped things would end. Back before Father's time, before Zero gave birth to the Patriots, the US, China, and the Soviet Union formed a secret pact.
Yes, I remember I played the third Metal Gear Solid game.
The
You were a triple
organization they
agent.
created was called the Philosophers. Through 2 world wars, it spread its roots and extended its reach. After that, the Philosophers splintered, and factions began to squabble over the fortune they'd amassed. They called it the Philosopher's Legacy, a massive cache of funds that would later provide the foundation for Zero's Patriots. Zero sought to use his riches to achieve world domination. Our father, Big Boss, sought to free himself from that chokehold. His dream was to create an army of free citizens, one that answered to no government. Outer heaven. But he failed because of you. 9 years ago, I tried to free us from the control of our genes. 4 years later, our dear brother Solidus sought to free us from the control of the Patriots' means.
Those dank
All
memes.
of that, all of it, was nothing more than a process of trial and error, the end result of which is Outer Haven. To be free from Sons of the Patriots, the ultimate form of external control imposed on the Patriot soldiers. Free from Foxdie. Free from the system. Free from ID control.
Free from shirts.
Our minds free from their
Yeah, really, he's got pretty good abs for like a 90-year-old man.
That is the haven I've yearned for.
Even Jack LaLanne wasn't that ripped.
This is it, brother. Our final moment. The battle has ended.
So Otacon was up on top here as well? I mean, how'd he get on there?
The war is over.
Like, how did you get here?
We still have a score to settle.
Yeah, he thinks he's liquid, that's the whole thing. Yeah, that's the whole thing, but it turns out he's been used hypnotherapy to make himself think that he's liquid. I have to move real quick. Alright, continue. Yeah, so he's just crazy and thinks he's liquid, but he's still Ocelot. Which was really weird because the second game he even did... He had the arm, of course, grafted on for Metal Gear Solid 2, but it would take over and he would even use Liquid's voice, which they didn't use for this again, so they just had him believe that he's himself. It's another thing that Kojima messed up. It's got the ground and pound done pretty good. I'm gonna get out of here, I'm gonna join the UFC. Somehow he still has all his teeth, his nose is intact. I think he was like born in 1944, I think it was, because they made mention that he was born, yeah, he was born during D-Day. Yes, he would be 74, you're right on. I have no idea. Kojima's brain works in mysterious ways that most people will never understand, not even Kojima. Like I said, I also have the benefit that I just, like, recently played these games, so that really helps, because if I had, like, before I had played Metal Gear Solid 3, I knew that he was, like, the boss's son, or, yeah, he's the boss's son, but, like, I have no idea, I couldn't remember that he was born on D-Day. I just remember he was born at some point. Like I said, I haven't played all these games in order again. Definitely gets you a refresher. There's that Henry Gregson Williams score. Oh, I'm pretty sure, I think Ocelot kisses you at some point during this fight, Fico. I think you're gonna get your wish, buddy. Okay, so there's no saving during this either. So, Soul Calibur 6, basically. Yeah, hot take, I don't like that game. Now is the time for retribution. Fight! Yeah, this is no Hokuto no Ken, or Fist of the North Star for non-weebs like us, who don't know it by the other name. I should play that on stream sometime. Fist of the North Star, it's a fun game. Well, the arcade game. I have the PlayStation 2 version, and also the Atomic Wave arcade ROM, so that'd be fun. Someone's dentures are gonna fall out at this pace. Not even Polydent can save that. Yes, my dentures stay in place when I'm getting pummeled on the back of the skull. And that's what, I mean, Ocelot is this crazy character, and then Metal Gear Solid 5 comes along, and like I said, retcon everything across the board, so... he becomes the voice of reason and is no longer kooky, insane, over the top. He's just the voice of reason, and it makes no sense. I mean, Kojima just, like, screwed up everything so bad for Metal Gear Solid 5. I mean, the game is not done, sure, but I mean, even if it was done all the way he wanted, it still wouldn't have solved anything. It's amazing he keeps falling for the same combo over and over again. That was a nice haymaker.
Snake, are you all right?
Really?
Snake?
You can die during this? I've never had that happen. That is crazy. Because you can't dodge. There's no block or anything. I have... Oh, there is a block. Okay, never mind then. I've never had to use it before. Okay, so there's a block. It's L1. The game doesn't tell you that. It sometimes works. Okay. I got a dodge as well. It's like the things I hit before just didn't work are now working, so... Oh, come on. Yeah, you basically have to play defensive. Hope it lets you block, so... Blocking is subjective. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it doesn't. It's like, because basically you're supposed to be close to death anyway, like when you do it, so... Like right there, it did an input read. As soon as I let go of block, it punched me, so... Now we're on to 3. Okay. Snake Eater! We get to hear it again.
Take this!
Also, you may have noticed that at this point, the bars have changed. The health bars to Metal Gear Solid 3. Also, like, remember when we did this? It's like, nah, that wasn't me, dude. It's giving me a prompt or something, and I can't see what it is. But I need to some days feed on a tree frog, Fico. I can't hit harder. There we go. Now the lame, slow guitar, which is really what you want for a final battle.
It's not over yet.
Now I can't go fast anymore. We're just slugging it out. It's pretty much this is the end. Like two of them in a bum fight. You stole my tapioca! Come on, hit him one more time. You can do it. Alright, start your timers. Game's over.
This is only the beginning, Snake. America will descend into chaos.
I turn it up a little bit.
It'll be the Wild West all over again. No law, no order. Fire will spread across the world. The people will fight, and through battle, they will know the fullness of life. At last, our Father's will is out of heaven, is complete. Somewhere out there, I know he's laughing. We are beasts created by man. Unless the light is put out, the shadows cannot be erased. So long as there is light, erasing shadows will do no good. I am Liquid's doppelganger, and you are his. Just like your father.
I'd say not really either.
You're pretty good.
You're pretty good. Pretty good.
Creaky chair. Yeah, it looks like the fox die kicked in like 10 years too late. Well, yeah. I mean, you are yourself. You are not your parents.
Sonny's program destroyed JD's
Hey,
brain,
respect buddies.
but
What's up?
left the
Respect
brainstem
Binny, I should say.
intact.
Binnies. I'm terrible at
She
Twitch names.
analyzed Naomi's black box and
Welcome.
separated the
You've
Patriots'
arrived at the
control
45-minute
system
ending.
from the vital lifelines of society. Water, air, electricity, food, medicine, communication, transportation. She cut off the Patriots' control while preserving modern civilization. Maybe it was her way of avenging Olga, her mother. Or maybe she wanted to shape the future into her own ideal image. Or maybe it was just one big defragmentation. Fox alive. The AI is truly a living thing. The Patriots' reign has
You know, they have
crumbled
like
away.
sharp claws on their feet. I'm pretty sure that'd be puncturing the
still,
rubber rafts.
Our
Probably not good.
a civilization that has thrived on war since the dawn of time, lives on. I wonder if we did the right
That's
thing.
how the world's always been. Except for in this universe.
Naomi.
This
What did we
Kojima
lose?
world, at least.
What did we save?
Called the Kojima verse. See the game, yes. Excuse me. Alright, so I guess we'll count this as the ending. I had like 5 minutes anyway at that point, so... So give her plus or minus 5 minutes, we'll say. Oh yeah, it's always interesting.
You look amazing.
So now I'm gonna wait for like till I get my DualShock, the new one, before I start tackling number 5. Pardon me. So I definitely don't want to try to do it with this busted controller.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna turn up the game audio a little bit more just to make sure everyone can hear. Let me know if it needs to be readjusted.
Colonel.
Yeah, your finger's not on the trigger. You don't mean it. Do it in front of Sunny. I want a scar for life.
You're going to walk me down the aisle.
You're not angry anymore.
Oh, I'm still mad.
She's mad
But
because
no.
he married Rosemary, Rose from number 2. That's the
You've
whole
got a
reason why
chance
she
to
hates him
win me
now.
over.
Which there's a reason behind why he did that, and you'll learn it in however couple
You're
minutes
right.
comes up.
We have plenty of time now.
Yeah, I mean, she's the worst doctor. I mean, she told me to smoke to relieve my stress in this game. I mean, that's terrible advice.
You look beautiful.
Your hair looks stupid. She's getting married wearing a gun holster. Yeah. So remember, he's a genome soldier, which was created from Big Boss's DNA, just like Snake was. So technically, in a roundabout way, she is marrying Snake, if you think about it. She didn't like Snake, but she likes this guy who is basically Snake, but not.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join these two in holy matrimony. Let us give thanks for the life they will soon share. And pray they have love everlasting. Now, let's all send this new team on their first mission.
Huh?
Hey, go on. Do it.
Good job, Drebin.
Just in time.
Drebin.
And I brought gifts. A shower of flowers, compliments of Drebin. And a little something extra from me.
This is like the fastest wedding I've ever seen. Pretty sure it's not binding.
The bouquet!
The monkey bites her, she gets rabies.
Where's Snake?
Who knows? That guy always keeps you waiting.
Sonny, come on.
It's like, this is the worst wedding I've ever seen.
Snake. Thank you.
Also be kind of weird to invite your ex to your wedding. Jack, do you remember what April 30th is? Have you tried smoking?
Jack, how are you feeling? Do you mind if I sit down? Jack. Don't shut me out. I need you to listen to me.
It's their kid.
What do you want? Come to laugh at me?
Look. Look at the boy.
Cute.
He's got stupid hair just like
No.
me. Wait a minute.
He's yours.
I don't have any kids.
You forgot the ending of Metal Gear Solid 2, didn't you? Rosemary is pregnant.
He's your son.
You said miscarriage.
I lied. I had a healthy baby boy.
So she lied about who she was. Her entire relationship was a lie because she was sent by the Patriots to spy on him. She lied about her their son being born and that he had died.
Protect me. And our
Dump
son.
her and run as fast as you can with
Only
your
until
now
you
human
completed
body.
your mission. To shield us from Patriot eyes.
What?
He didn't even tell Meryl. He sacrificed everything. Even his family. To protect us.
I don't believe it.
I'm sorry, Jack. I wanted to tell you.
So he's really...
John,
Why did you dress him
aren't
so
you going to say
stupidly?
hello?
Why is he dressed like a sailor?
My son. Little John.
He's also carrying a little toy sword, too.
Scared of me, huh? I don't blame you. It's okay.
I'm not scared. I think you're cool. Kinda like a comic book superhero.
So my son's a spaz.
John.
I'm done running.
Until they give me my own game, then I'll go back to being a robot, and I won't ever mention you, and you'll never come up, or the kid either. You guys are expendable. Seriously, Metal Gear Rising. He goes back to being a robot, doesn't explain why. Rosemary's never mentioned, kids never mentioned, they are completely wiped out from existence.
No longer afraid.
I'll never leave you alone again. Like a scene from Beauty and the Beast.
I'm the beauty, you're the beast.
Don't say that. You're no beast.
You're King Kong.
You're my husband.
You climbed the Chrysler building,
And
right?
his father. And me? I'm going to do my very best to be the wife and mother this family deserves.
Well, let's pump the brakes here on this whole marriage business. Yes. Campbell comes home. He has no idea. Like, he really thinks he's actually completely married to her for real. What do you mean you're divorcing me? I just said that was a whole ruse to hide you from the Patriots so you'd go out with me. Yeah, so right now we're at about 15 minutes. 15-20 minutes for the ending. So that's plus or minus 5 depending on when you want to start counting it. Yeah, that's boss's grave. Well, the original boss.
War has changed. Our time has ended. Our war is over. But there's one more thing I must do.
This is supposed to be Arlington National Cemetery, too. And no way in hell would they ever let it get this overgrown and disrepaired. That place is immaculate.
One last punishment I must endure. Erase my genes. Wipe this meme from the face of the earth. This is my final mission.
Well, the thing is, though, he's gonna die no matter what. But if he stays alive, he's gonna become a walking biological weapon, which can kill anybody within like a half mile of coming to him, or anywhere near him, I should say. Because the fox die is supposed to run rampant. That's what Naomi told him before she died herself. She's like, yeah, the fox... Well, actually, it was like early on in the game. She's like, yeah, the fox die you have is going to mutate and kill anyone in sight that comes near you. And that's going to happen sometime in the next 3 months. We don't know when. It could be 2 days from now, or it could be 3 months, but it's going to happen. You will kill everybody who comes in contact with you.
Nothing beats a stiff drink, huh?
I didn't know you drank. I thought it was strictly soda for you.
Not like I never touched the stuff. Soda just agreed with the nanos better. The nanomachines break down alcohol before it has a chance to get you drunk.
So, that explains it. No need to hold back anymore, huh?
Yeah, well, it ain't all sunshine and rainbows. A lot of folks lost their entire sense of being the moment SOP went offline.
You mean SOPS? I heard some people are going through withdrawals. SOP syndrome.
Yep. SOP kept more than just alcohol under control. Those poor slobs are virtually naked now.
From what I hear, over 10% are showing symptoms. I guess getting rid of the Patriots won't solve all our problems overnight.
You, probably already suspected this, but I'm not actually an employee of AT Security.
What?
The Patriots raised me to be a gun launder.
I thought you were Dennis Rodman.
My earliest memories are of the LRA. They kidnapped me, forced me to fight. Yep, you're staring at a former child soldier. My parents, brothers and sisters, all killed in the war. Guess that makes me what you'd call a war orphan. After that, the Patriots picked me up and brought me into the family business. I was Drebin, number 893. There's a whole lot of pawns like me all over the world. How do you suppose I laundered guns like I did? 'Cause they let me. In fact, I was under strict orders to back you guys from the start.
You what?
Hey, man. Don't take it personal. I wasn't the only one under their orders.
Huh? Meryl and...
They probably never realized it themselves, but... Rat Patrol, Team 01. Voila.
Patriot.
You mean Lale Lule Lo?
Played like a violin.
But
of course, that doesn't work in any other language, mind you.
Obviously, Liquid's plot was a threat to the Patriots. So they planned to have you guys take care of it.
Didn't turn out quite how they planned, though, did it?
Yeah, well, I don't think they expected you to crash their system and wipe them out.
So, does that mean you're out of a job now?
Are you kidding? I got the Drebins. All the Drebins in the world are in on it.
Then he gets a layoff
From
notice.
now on, we're in business for ourselves. We are pawns no more.
Easy there.
The White House might have lost its taste for unilateralism, started to rebuild. But there's a lot of failed states out there that went bankrupt from their PMC habits, and they owe a shitload of money. Now, Only question is, who's gonna pick up the tab? I'm sure these new governments will try and keep it under control with PMC corporate reform laws, but it ain't gonna be good enough. They all sunk up to their eyeballs in the war economy. Might not be a new world order, but the old order under the war economy is gone for good. I'm guessing the UN is gonna be more important than ever, what with multilateralism and all. A certain president said it best back during the Cold War. For in the development of this organization rests the only true alternative to war. Then again, the UN itself's just an old 20th century relic. If you think about it.
Not to mention they weren't
look at
effective
its
anyway.
history.
Still aren't.
It ain't that different from the Patriots.
My poor PS4 is like going into overdrive.
That's right. The nano machines used to keep you sober.
Crush. Mix. Burn. Repeat.
Hey, Uncle Hal, can I give him the Mark III?
Huh?
He's kinda a new friend. He lives near here. We can't understand each other's language, but we're having fun. He's my very first outside friend.
Really? That's great. Sonny, it's okay if you want to live outside now. It's your life. There are other havens out there.
The sun looks so pretty.
Sonny,
I like it outside. Uncle Hal, when is Snake coming back?
Oh, give it another game.
is sick. So he went on a trip to help him get better.
You could just tell her that he's going to die. She's smart anyway, she'll figure it out.
He needs to be alone.
I wonder if I'll ever see him again.
Snake had a hard life. He needs some time to rest.
Are you crying, Uncle Hal?
Well, yeah, it's Otacon. He cries like for everything. He burned the eggs, he cries. He stubs his toe, he cries. He cries when he cries. He orders the wrong value meal at McDonald's, he cries. And we're at about 27 minutes with the reset. 32 minutes if we go from right as soon as we defeat Otacon, or not Otacon, but Ocelot. By the way, this is still not the end of the game. These are fake credits, because after the credits are done here, there is still more to go. So we are still not at the end. This is still the ending, it's still going. So don't let it fool you, there's still more after this. Here we go. Okay. Enough clicking around. Can't believe I missed with a gun in my mouth. I mean, how does that even happen?
That's right. Good. No need for you to go just yet. It's been a long time, Snake. Big boss.
Remember when you set me on fire? That wasn't cool, Snake. Remember when you did it again?
Let it go. My son. I'm not here to fight.
Alright, Fico, catch you later, buddy.
Or should I call you brother?
Thanks for hanging out.
It's over. Time for you to put aside the gun and live.
Become a danger to everybody. Live. Become a walking biological weapon.
With a bunch of old fools. Now, they've all passed away. Their era of folly is over. I'm the only one left, and soon I'll be gone too.
How can you still be alive?
You know, I think that's a very valid question.
That body, liquid burned on the Volta, wasn't mine. That was the body of a clone. Solidus.
They burned the ex-president of the United States of America. Good job.
He was a perfect clone. Zero and the proxy AIs,
except for he was missing the wrong eyeball.
Came after him were convinced that Solidus was me. I was implanted with nanomachines, kept in a state of eternal sleep by JD and the proxy AI. They had me sealed away completely, not only my physical body, but my will too. The technology was similar to what they used to restrain the B&B members you encountered. For me to wake again, the system had to be destroyed, one way or another. Ocelot and Eva wanted two things: to bring me back to life, and to end the Patriots. That meant destroying the AI and killing the man, JD and Zero. Right before you uploaded the virus into GW, the way to JD was opened, but only through the physical manifestation of GW. That's when we finally learned the location of this man, Zero. For me, and for them, for Naomi, nothing was more important. And it was for that they put their grand scheme into motion. Eva stole my body from them and reconstructed it by replacing the missing parts with pieces from Liquid and Solidus. And Ocelot, in order to fool the system, used nanomachines and psychotherapy to transplant Liquid's personality onto his own. He used hypnotic suggestion to turn himself into Liquid's mental doppelganger. For all our advances in nanotechnology, information and genetic control, they've never managed to control people at will, let alone turn one person totally into another. Under certain conditions, someone can be made to play a specific role. Act like someone else. Cats do love to play as snakes. It all started with him. Zero. Zero grew old, and by the end his Patriots were being run by a network without shape or form.
What do you mean, without shape or form?
The proxies were only one small part of the vast cycle that Zero created. The corporations, for-profits, and research institutions that comprise the military-industrial complex were part of it too. They operated on budgets automatically allotted to them by the proxies. Accounts maintained by the Patriots. The network covered everything from weapons R&D and investment to production and marketing. It encompassed the people, the companies, even the laws that protect them. Politics and economics became nothing more than iterations of the same oppressively uniform system. I don't think anyone realized that it was all a setup, a mere set of norms. The Patriots were those norms, a neural network reduced to its simplest form. That's what they really represented. Uniformity without individual will, without change. But then one day, those norms suddenly deviated from that pattern and underwent a mutation. It was like the birth of a new life form. The system found a new way to propagate itself. War. Norms the Patriots had crafted for their unified state quickly became dependent on a single business, the war economy. Meanwhile, the political cause of creating a cleaner, safer battlefield provided a convenient catalyst. By then, the system was no longer being steered by Zero's will, or anyone else's. It was then that the norms, manifested as AIs, the inheritors of Zero's will, began to reproduce and take on a life of their own. Zero's original intent was to carry on the boss's will and establish a unified world state, an inside world. But his successors failed to carry on his will. Eventually, JD became the very age itself, propagating its will as it pleased, and this age chose to act through economics instead of nation-states. Powered by the industrial and digital revolutions that came before it, this age gave birth to a twisted economic revolution, a battlefield revolution. It created a new world without substance. In this new world, there were no ideologies, no principles, no ideals, not even the thing she treasured most, loyalty. There was only the war economy, It was a colossal error in judgment, one Zero couldn't possibly have foreseen. With the American system in a state of collapse, the Patriot society has reverted to a blank slate. This man was the source of it all. And he doesn't even realize it. He's completely unaware of the fact that he led the world to the brink of ruin. Even with so much bad blood between us, it's funny. Now that I'm actually face to face with him again, the hatred is gone. All I feel is a deep sense of longing and pity. Did Zero really hate me? Or did he fear me? Huh. It's too late to ask him now. The original members, Paramedic, Sigint, Eva, Ocelot. They've all passed on. Only Zero is left. Everything has its beginning, but it doesn't start at one. It starts long before that. In chaos. The world is born from Zero. The moment Zero becomes one is the moment the world springs to life. One becomes two, two becomes 10, 10 becomes 100. Taking it all back to one solves nothing. So long as Zero remains, one will eventually grow to 100 again. And so, our goal was to erase Zero. Even the mighty Patriots began with a single man. That one man's desires grew huge, bloated, absorbed technology, began to manipulate the economy. We realized too late that we had created a beast. We had helped turn Zero into 100. His sin was ours. And for that reason, I'm taking it upon myself to send Zero back to nothing.
You going back to Zero as well?
You erased me 2 times before. Today will mark the 3rd. fox die, Zero planted in you. It's already begun eating away at my body.
Yep, Drebin had him.
Truth
Zero
is,
hired Drebin to plant fox die into him.
The fox die
if you can make that out the flashbacks.
Is what killed Eva and Ocelot.
What are you talking about?
Naomi. She told me everything.
What's wrong?
They did it again. They used you to kill me. The Patriots. No, they're proxies. In order to bury us. They did it again. In the end, they're no more than a program. All they can do is repeat the same pattern over and over again. Do me a favor, will you? Take me over to her. There's one more thing Naomi wanted me to tell you. About the old fox die in your body. The one that mutated. The new fox die inside you continues to multiply. At the same time, it is preventing the old mutated fox die from reproducing. The new fox die is uprooting the old. Naomi confirmed it in her follow-up. The mutants are receding. Before long, they'll be gone entirely.
Still doesn't solve the fact that you're going to die.
Won't cause an epidemic
in like 4 months.
It will only live as long as you do. But even then, the process will just repeat itself. One day, the new fox die too will start to mutate and become a new threat. That is, if you manage to live that long.
Am I going to die?
Everyone dies. You can't stop it. You can't run away from it. Let me tell you something. Don't waste the life you have left fighting. I never thought of you as a son. But I've always respected you as a soldier and as a man. If you'd been in my place back then, maybe you wouldn't have made the same mistakes that I did. Ever since the day I killed the boss, with my own hands. I was already dead. Boss, you were right. It's not about changing the world. It's about doing our best to leave the world the way it is. It's about respecting the will of others and believing in your own. Isn't that what you fought for?
It's nice that this new strain of foxside kills people extremely slowly. By the way, we're almost at 50 minutes before the reset timer, so almost 55 minutes for the ending.
I understand the meaning behind what you did. At last, I understand the truth behind your courage. It's almost time for me to go. And with me, the last ember of this fruitless war dies out. And at last, those old evils will be gone. Once the source of evil returns to zero, a new one, a new future will be born. That new world is yours to live in, not as a snake, but as a man. Know this. Zero and I, Liquid and Solidus, we all fought a long, bloody war for our liberty. We fought to free ourselves from nations and systems and norms and ages. But no matter how hard we tried, the only liberty we found was on the inside, trapped within those limits. The boss and I may have chosen different paths, but in the end, we were both trapped inside the same cage. Liberty. But you have been given freedom. Freedom to be outside. You are nobody's tool now. No one's toy. You are no longer a prisoner of fate. You are no longer a seed of war. Oh, it's time for you to see the outside world with your own eyes. Your body and your soul are your own. Forget about us. Live for yourself. And find a new lease on life. Boss, you only need one snake. No. The world would be better off without snakes. This is good, isn't it?
We're at 56 minutes. Hour and 1 minute. Including, basically, I'm going to start including the beginning part. As soon as I defeated Ocelot, Liquid Ocelot. So we're at 1 minute, yeah, 1 hour and 1 minute. And I'm also going to include the credits too. This is longer than I thought it was. I remember originally thinking it was like 45 minutes for the ending, but it's still going. Oh wow, I didn't realize this was the ending song. This is going to be used in Metal Gear Solid 5. Interesting, I never remembered, I did not remember the song being in this ending. Actually in the opening for, yeah, it's actually would have been the opening to Ground Zeroes. That's right, I forgot Ubisoft was involved. There's an Assassin's Creed uniform you can unlock. It's like, why the hell is Ubisoft in the credits? There we go.
Snake, wait up. You forgot these.
No thanks. I'm quitting.
Snake.
These things will kill you.
Where will you go? Our fight is finished. There's nothing left for us to do.
No. There's one thing I still have to do. I have to see this age off. See what the future brings.
Sounds good to me. I'll go with you.
Otacon, I'm gonna be dead soon. You don't have to come.
You said it yourself, Snake. There's nothing inside you can pass on to the next generation. No genes, no memes.
Not even dank
You're
memes?
man-made.
Come on.
You're a beast.
I know. A blue rose. There won't be any happy Beauty and the Beast ending for me. What little time I have left will be spent living as a beast. A shadow of the inside. Of the old age.
Exactly. That's why you need me. As a witness.
A witness?
Yeah. Someone on the outside to bear witness to your final days. Someone to pass on your story. Not that I'm the only witness. But I'll remember everything you were. And stick with you to the end.
Otacon.
Besides, you wouldn't let me suffer Sonny's eggs alone, would you?
Haha, Sunny still sucks. Still waiting. Something should come up soon. There we go.
Come quick! They're ready!
Those eggs are not ready yet.
They look yummy! Sort of like the sun. It's rising again.
Like Metal Gear Rising? Okay, so... there we go. So, the ending... entire thing, all said and done, is about 1 hour and 14 minutes long. That is ridiculous. Alright, so let's see. Total playtime 15 hours. 10 continues. 316 people were brutally murdered. Flashbacks watch 194. I didn't get all of them. I missed 2 of them. Special items used. Not used. Didn't use any of them. I'm not sure what those were. So, title of Eagle. I got Tarantula before. And Eagle's what I got now. I have no idea what these things are. Eagle. Experienced weapon handlers racked up the headshot count. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Literally took an hour and 14 minutes to Wallace. Otacon is still horribly single. Sunny finally learned how to cook eggs via Naomi. She taught her how to do it finally. To see Tarantula War, the Daily Soldiers were really spotted or killed, but neutralized and untold enemies. So that was the first time I played through. Let's see. Race gun. Completion bonus. Attain a new item. 38 caliber automatic. Got the suit, so I can put that on any time I want. Yeah, she's probably... And, no, she injected Sunny with nanomachines in order to cook the eggs better. But that was just what the Patriot AI wanted you to think, because there was a secret war against the dairy industry, and by cooking eggs more, that's going to subvert the whole Metal Gear milk production cycle, and it's just going to keep continuing on. But the AI is run by the Illuminati. Will get into that and basically circumvent everything. No, I'm not doing another suit. Not another run of this. I think I'll give us another 10-year break. Let's see, command vest, green, blue, red, orange, although I'm colorblind, so I see that as yellow. That's battle harness, I'm guessing tan? Yeah, tan coloring. I'm colorblind, so never know. Items attained will become available after you meet up with Metal Gear Mark II during your playlist, except for iPod Music. Yes, pretty much. It's exactly what it is. It's Metal Gear chickens. Metal Gear Chick-fil-A. So, hello T. Wallace also, first of all. Hello again. I've ordered a new DualShock 4 controller, because this one I'm using right now is breaking down. Up, down, left, right works great, but the diagonals are totally jank. They read at half input. So I'm not going to start Metal Gear Solid 5 until I get that new controller. Then I'll be doing Ground Zeroes and then the Phantom Pain, since they're technically all one game together. The first mission being split off just because, you know, Konami needed the money. Let's see. Oh no, pizza would be a lot better. I would enjoy pizza. No, I've been eating garbage for like the last 2 days, and then go figure I lose 5 pounds. I go off my diet and I lose 5 pounds. That makes no sense whatsoever. Actually, I don't mind pineapple. I don't mind pineapple, I don't mind ham. I eat anchovies, so it's like, you can't phase me with that stuff. It's not gonna work. But, in the meantime, let's do this. Oh no, it didn't work right. Stupid thing. Do it. Play it right. There we go. Anchovies is what I call the Italian MSG because it adds so much flavor. A lot of people don't realize that anchovies are in a lot of things that they eat, like Worcestershire sauce or Worcestershire sauce, however you want to say it, it's in that too. So people just get freaked out by fish, but there's actually a lot of flavor. Exactly. Salty and yummy. It's really great stuff. It adds that umami flavor. But enough about food, because you know I can talk about that forever. We've reached the end of my stream. I've been streaming for almost 4 hours now. I had a very late start today because due to family incompetence, it was rampant. Inconvenience on top of it. So I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Most likely going to be the same 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time unless my family intervenes again and screw things up. But we'll see what I'll be playing. I'm not going to be playing Metal Gear Solid because, like I said, I want to make sure that I get my new controller before I start playing 5 because I want to be able to aim and do things right versus having a busted controller. So we'll see. Might do PlayStation 2, Dreamcast, Saturn, PlayStation. I have a whole bunch of retro stuff. Even 3DO, I haven't done that in a while too. So we'll just got to figure out what I got to do. But I'll figure it out. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not sure what time that is, as always, you can just plug it into Google, and it will tell you what time it is for wherever you are. I could play Splatoon. It does work with CMU Emulator, but I don't have the actual game itself physically for the Wii U. But if you ever wondered if I'm going to be streaming or not, because I didn't stream on Thanksgiving, I wasn't feeling good. Wursel555 is my Twitter. You can always bookmark it. You don't have to follow me, but I usually post up about an hour or two ahead of time if I'm going to be streaming, and kind of a hint of what I'll be doing, or just outright saying what I'll be playing at that time. But thanks for hanging out. T. Wallace, of course, good to see you there. No Vultures, Fico. Let's see who else showed up. Let me scroll through my chat there. There was somebody else. No Vultures was there for a lot of it. I'm not sure if he's still around or not. There was somebody new who dropped in as well. Respect Biddies. Yes, that was the other person. So thanks a lot for hanging out, and possibly I'll see you all tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you then.